next time whether the finance minister is brave enough to say that of course they can sacrifice a certain amount of tax figures and then say people will have more investment options which can gear up the economy of the country, and people will have more disposable income in hand which can mobilize the market to create a right kind of ambience for the industries and other sectors to grow. We are keenly looking at the stock market as well. Right from the morning, it's a acha din for the stock market. Both Sensex and Nifty are showing a positive trajectory. Today, everybody is waiting to see whether Sensex will cross the 30,000 mark. In that case, it's going to be a historic day for the stock market as well. Manoj, coming back to you on precisely on the stock market, what exactly is the stock market and investors in the country as looking ahead? Already the stock market is doing fairly well in spite of sluggish growth in the economy, in spite of a policy paralysis which was well blamed on the UPA government in the last 10 years time. And what is the expectation of the investors and stock market from Arun Jaitley this morning?
I'll come back to my previous point, basically the investment. Government need to build more confidence in the investors and also to people. The consensus to be resolved among investors as well as people. These are the major things which need to be addressed for bringing more capital to the economy. This is most important. Then policy making. There are policy, as you mentioned, there are going to be a lot of policy paralysis in the country. So need to be addressed. There should be I believe there should be a U-turn in the policy change. This can bring more capital to the country. Then the last point would be the deployment. The deployment of the capital which is brought in is going to be more transparent, and it should be properly utilized.
So coming back to the vital sector, Sensex is already up, Nifty is around 50 points up, Sensex is 200 plus points upward. That is definitely, but investors are definitely waiting to see what the finance minister says. Anyway, it has given a good gesture of positive sign in the market. Maybe it is going to become an encouragement for the finance minister to do something good. Coming back to
one point to add.
Okay.
Regarding this budget, actually, Financial Minister Jaitley, he has to do a tightrope walk in balancing the public expenditure and the subsidies as well as revenue generation. This is actually going to, he has to do something like that, because the subsidy expenses are already high. It is around, for the provisional account shows that it is around 2,45,000 crores in the financial year 14. And for FY15, they have budgeted around 2,51,000 crores. But this should be addressed very tactically.
So, gentlemen, you are ready to deliver your comments on the very vital sector which is very important to all of us and the investors, and what exactly the stock market is expecting this time, Manoj, and what is going to be a radical statement, if I can name it that way, a statement from the finance minister in terms of something favorable for the market.
The basic thing is FIIs investment which can bring more capital to the country, and which can, even if I talk about FIIs investment in past, it was around 11,000 crores in 2003, which today came to around 1,79,000 crores, which is a major catalyst which bring market to the current level from a 3,000 level at 2003 to the 29,300 to 500 at the current. So the major investment is made by FIIs, made market to the level, and we are expecting market again to perform beyond in line with the investment of FIIs, in which the point which I've said earlier, the confidence of FIIs need to build more and consensus to be resolved.
Pradeep, I'll come to you, but precisely on a segment where some kind of a policy initiatives from the finance minister to make the investment climate in this country more feasible for the retail investors to step in and invest. This is something which is well awaited for the, especially for the securities, the people who are into the securities business. What is the big thing going to happen, and people do expect in terms of major policy initiatives to boost up retail investment in the country, the stock market?
retail, as far as retail investment is concerned,